Tawan here. In today's conference tracker in a nutshell, I want to talk about creating attendees. If you're coming from the creating sessions video, you've come to the right place. Getting your attendees into the system is going to be the third step in setting up your account. You'll notice that it's also the third step in the conference checklist over here. Now, we've got three different ways to get your attendees in the system. We can either create them manually, import a bunch of them all at once, or use the attendee online registration form so they can do it themselves. We actually have an entirely separate video on the online registration form, so if you're interested in that, you can find it in the conference tracker in a nutshell playlist, or you can click on the link in the description. Importing your attendees is the recommended way of getting them into the system. You'd basically create a spreadsheet and then upload it to our system using our specific headers. Honestly, this method deserves a video of its own, so if you're interested in this, I would check out that video in the playlist. At this point, you're probably asking yourself, okay, Tawan, you just started this video and you're already referencing two other videos. What's the point of this one? Well, friends, what we're covering in this video is creating attendees. It's in the video title. Jokes aside, I'll be showing off how to create attendees one at a time. This isn't super efficient, but this is actually going to be the method you're going to be using if you're doing on-site registration at your event. This is also perfect for other situations, like if you really need to add just a few people in the system for whatever reason. It's not really effective to add just 3 people to an import and then upload it. To get started, you're going to want to click over here. This is where all your attendees will show up, and to create a new one, click on this intuitively named button over here. This opens up the profile creator. We only really require 3 things to create an attendee: their first name, their last name, and an email address. The email address doesn't even have to be legitimate, but it has to be unique, so don't duplicate any. If your attendee doesn't have a valid email address, just create a fake one with the same format. Something like fake@fake.com would work. Just remember that you give them a fake email address, you won't be able to send them any emails, because, it's a fake email. Anyway, you also have the choice to upload a profile for them if you want to. We also have other fields like address, zip code, and title. If you feel the need to put this information in for your attendees, you can. Filling out this information is useful if you need to put any of these bits of information on your badges or your transcripts. You'll notice that we have this check marks right here on this box. 90% of the time you want to keep this checked. This makes sure that the attendee will receive a randomly generated card number, which allows them to have a QR code. No card number means they don't get a QR code on their badge. The only time you don't want this checked is if you're using your own card numbers for tracking. Moving on, we've got the password field. This password will allow the attendee to log onto our attendee app if you have it activated on your account. You don't really need to fill out anything here because the attendee will be prompted to make a password when they first log onto the attendee app. Last but not least, we've got the roles box. Attendee will automatically be selected because, well, we're making an attendee right now. Quick tip though, since we use the same profile for every other role in the system, you can switch whatever role this user will have by using this box, even if we started this creation process from the attendee page. You can even give them multiple roles if you want. Just hold Control on your keyboard, and if you're on Mac, use the Command key. Once you're satisfied, you can click on Save. Actually, one last thing. If you're doing this on site, these buttons may prove super useful to you. The Save and Add Another will save your attendee and immediately take you to make another user. The Save and Print badge will save this attendee and then take you to print their badge. It really speeds things up when there's a bunch of people in line. Anyway, that's all there is to it. Simple stuff really. The next step after this is creating your badge and then printing them. Coincidentally, we have videos for both of those steps, so I would go there next if you're done here. And as always, if you have any questions, please feel free to email me at conftrack@engineerica.com, and I'll answer, as long as I don't slip on our freshly mopped floors. Have a good one.